do drugs, it releases the drug that's already in you. It's not the cocaine that's getting you high. It's the cocaine and what it's doing to your body and what it's releasing that's already in you. So exercise, running, you're getting endorphins from running 100%. You're getting those drugs on a healthy level. So you have to replace addiction with, lack of a better word, a healthier addiction, but a lifestyle, because drug use is a lifestyle. Living, breathing, and doing drugs is a lifestyle. So you have to bring a more healthier lifestyle into the equation.
Let's learn how our next guest gets up, dress up, and show up on purpose. Enjoy the episode.
Hello, morning enthusiasts. Welcome to the Best Morning Routine Ever podcast. I am your host, Dr. Louise, and today I have the honor of introducing a very special man to the show, P. Wilson. Now, P. Wilson delivers a powerful message of resilience and hope. Having struggled with drug addiction since he was 12 years old, getting in and out of rehab for most of his adult life and serving his time in jail, P. Wilson is an example of the power of determination, willingness, for breaking the circle and the cycle of addiction. Now, he's been sober for 5 years and counting, so I'm excited to hear about his journey. P. Wilson, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
It's an honor. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, well, I first took a drink when I was 3. Of course, I didn't drink every day after that, but my house was like the party house. You know, there was half drinking bottles my uncle had left around. My mom was a young mom, and I had got drunk then, and that was my first memory of getting drunk, and that was like the highlight of my drinking for the most part. And then at 12, you know, that was when it was like an everyday with the weed.
Yeah.
So, you know, but all that, I mean, yeah, my story started off really young. But through nutrition and fitness and just waking up early and just getting the day started off on the right foot, this is possible for anybody. It's not, I'm not just like the lucky case. I'm not like unique. It's going to take hard work. And I know there's a lot of people that aren't really willing to do the work. I see it all the time. Like, I'm still in recovery. So I see it all the time. And the hard work is where you're going to meet like your true self. It's not any more complicated than that. It's like, if you're willing to do the work, then you're willing to get the results of not only getting away from drugs and alcohol, but I mean, you can get rid of everything if you do. Yeah. Well, that's what becomes the addiction.
You mentioned something about fitness is big for you. So there's mindset, and I see where you're going with it, that you mentally have to be strong, but also physically, right? Because you've included fitness into your rehab. So let's talk about how fitness contributes to the healing recovery process.
Well, I mean, you have to replace addiction with something just as strong. I mean, you got to think. So people use drugs, right? It's not the drugs that get you high. It's what's already in your body that's released when you do the drug. You're either getting adrenaline, a combination of the serotonin and dopamine release. You know, I'm not a doctor, but I know that when you do drugs, it releases the drug that's already in you. It's not the cocaine that's getting you high. It's the cocaine and what it's doing to your body and what it's releasing that's already in you. So exercise, running, you're getting endorphins from running 100%. You're getting those drugs on a healthy level. So you have to replace addiction with, lack of a better word, a healthier addiction. but a lifestyle, because drug use is a lifestyle. Living, breathing and doing drugs is a lifestyle. So you have to bring a more healthier lifestyle into the equation.
I agree with you. It's you can't break a bad habit. You have to replace it with a better habit. So replacing
Exactly.
alcohol with running and a fitness regimen is a better habit for a better, healthier life. So it costs you mentally, it costs your body long term, but monetarily, it's expensive to have an addiction, right? Just to supply cravings that you have all the time. Let's talk about that and how one can be deterred from it. Like just knowing how expensive it is can kind of throw you off.
Yeah, I mean it's super expensive. I mean, I'm not going to get into the dollar amount of what I spent because I probably spent an insane amount.
Mhm.
I started using real hard drugs at like 22.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I mean, it's an insane amount. And the things that people do to get drugs, that's where stealing's involved. People steal from their family, people steal from the store, people steal from everywhere. I mean, and then they fence it, they pawn it, they do, that's the whole thing. They're robbing people for it, that's just the nature of that beast. Like that's how big of a calling it is. Did I resort to a lot of that stuff? No. But I went another route, but it was just as bad. It was not any better. It was that I was able to supply my habit, which I went to jail for. And that's how I never had to steal from anybody. I never stole from my family. I never did any of that stuff. But I stole time from them. I stole
Right.
sleep, and that's even worse. So there's that variable too of like my mom, she's able to sleep every night. My dad, my stepmom, all my brothers, they can go to sleep like, oh man, he's like doing really well. And that's like the greatest gift that you can actually really give somebody, like once you learn that,
Yeah.
that you can give them that peace of mind that, oh man, he made it, finally, because
Mhm.
this has been a I lost a lot of battles. I just didn't lose the war. I lost hundreds, maybe even thousands of battles before I was able to even come close to winning the war. And then the war ain't over. It's a daily grind. I have my bad days. I have my good days. It's a third of all of it. It's like a third of good, third of bad, and third of a mixture or whatever. It's not every day is like, oh man, this is amazing. I feel
Right.
great today.
For the rehab piece of it, now I know you believe that sometimes rehab can be challenging and sometimes it may not work for certain people. How do you go about breaking the pattern or replacing one addiction with another? Like, how can someone take advantage of rehab and make it work for them? What are some tips?
Rehab works if you want it to work, you know. So rehab's gonna work because the thing is rehab's gonna separate you from drugs long enough. But I think, long term, I think rehabs should bring in mindset coaches and get these guys on some mindset stuff, like, because not everybody can do mindset or be personal development. I mean, you have to have a story like mine and you have to overcome it, or like something like that, to where it's believable to the guy sitting in the other seat. You can't just be a therapist and be like, yeah, you need to do all these incredible things, and or whatnot. Not to take anything away from a therapist, but most therapists haven't lived on the street. They haven't lived in their car. They haven't had like serious bad credit where they were living in motels, and everything revolved around cash and no credit, and just living that whole addict lifestyle. Like, if I was to sit down with another addict, they'd be like, oh, this guy's been there. He knows how I feel. So I think long term they like rehab should implement like mindset guys, have gyms
Yeah.
in the rehab, get them going in the right direction on nutrition, you know, fitness, mindset before they even leave that place.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense, and that's why you are so big on fitness and old mindset of it. And then it goes back to your statement earlier, replacing the bad habit with the fitness gives you that endorphin, giving you those serotonin naturally.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us about how you use like fitness and mindfulness, meditation, or journaling. How do you use it as part of your morning routine now to help you set the tone for the day?
Well, I mean, it's just got to be a daily thing. Do I do it perfect? No. But I mean, 95% of the time, I'm up at 5:30, no later than 6. You know, I'm writing out goals, I'm reading books, I'm eating food, healthy food that's within the nutrition plan, and then I'm going to the gym. So already I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 things before the other guy. He's not even thinking about even getting out of bed yet. He hasn't even brushed his teeth. Like I've already brushed my teeth. I've either shaved if I needed to shave or whatever. I did all this stuff. And it's not even 7 o'clock, and the other guy, he's still laying in bed counting sheep, you know? So it all starts with early in the morning. I'm a big believer in God. Okay. So like that's where you're gonna connect with God is in the morning when you meditate, when spend time alone. Because the best thing you can do, because when all the cards come down on your head, all you really got is you. Trust me, my family helped me out a lot with what I was going through. But there was a time where like there was no one around and all I had was myself. And that's not a good feeling, especially when you're strung out. So it comes to a place where you're going to be by yourself. And when you get healthy, you need to learn to say no, first of all. No is like my favorite thing to do now. It's like, no, 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 no. Do you want to go to dinner? No. Do you want to go out tonight? No. All my friends, they know I'm going to say no. They don't even ask me anymore. So I've already cut like so many obstacles out of my life by just saying no. So then I can just focus on me because me is going to get me to where I need to go. No one's going to help you. You might get a hand up, but you're not getting a hand out. Believe me, you're not.
Yeah, that is well said. You got to be able to prioritize your well-being, being able to say no to those distractions. Dinner can start with just a meal, and there's a drink, and then partying, and it kind of spiral down the wrong path that you don't really want to put yourself in the environment. You got to protect yourself.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Tell us, you Wilson, where can we connect with you? Where can we find you? With your social media handles?
My IG, just connect with me through IG. It's ask p.wilson. It's like askp.wilson. Again, that's askp.wilson. And just connect through IG, and I'll answer any questions that you have and try and help you out as best I can.
Yeah,
so
that's fantastic. Thank you for joining us and thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Also, I have music coming out as well. I have videos coming out. I've been around the hip hop scene since like 2006. And now that I've got sober, I've actually been able to develop some really good music. I have a really good strategy on how I'm going to attack hip hop right now. So all my music will be coming out the first week of January. So all on IG. Thank you.
Perfect.
Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please comment and tell us what was your favorite part, your favorite habit that you are going to try out for yourself today. Comment below. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Until next time, I will see you at the top of your best morning routine ever. Stay blessed.